Next up on it, we've got daily deals, and today at the moment there's Squall, there's Oil, excuse me, and then there's Moon Dust. This has changed over time, and it refreshes every 24 hours, if I'm correct.
Correct.
Now there's 50% discounts. I remember Tarax in like soft launch. There was weapons and armor here. Do you have you seen anything other than alchemy stuff here?
No, it appears to be just one potion, one oil, and one bomb every day rotating through.
Okay.
Yes, there was other equipment in the past, and maybe it will come back in the
Mm,
future. Look, if you're really dying for something and it happens to have a discount on that day, then maybe.
yeah.
But look, we might talk about alchemy later, and generally you don't want to buy these things anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's my impression as well. As I've yet to spend any gold on any kind of alchemy stuff because generally resources are plentiful. Generally, you have time to craft stuff. So yeah.
If you're in a pinch and you really need something,
Mm.
then wait for the daily deal. Otherwise, just hold off.
Yep.
But basically, it's there for if you're in a pinch, if you've got a bit of spare gold. Like the current deal, 3 Squall potions for 30 gold. That's 10 gold per potion.
Mm.
Squall, when it's raining, it's amazing.
Mm.
But you can make them.
Mm.
So, augmented oil, I'd hold off. You can just make that normally. You just need the right parts. And same with the bombs. Bombs take a while, but people don't tend to use bombs as much, which are highly underrated consumables. So make some bombs, people.
We're going to move on now to boosters, and the first one on the list is the Summoning Scroll, and what it does, it summons 5 random monsters, including 4 common and 1 common or rare. So, Brock, what do you reckon? 200 gold? Is it worth it?
All right, let's have a look. So, Summoning Scroll, I've just pulled it up in front of me as well. If you've got gold to spare, this is just one of those, I've got gold. I throw it away. Because you get 5 monsters out of it. If you're stuck indoors, the thing is, you don't know what monsters you're going to get. It's 4 commons and 1 maybe rare. And so if you're early game, you're not sure if you're going to be able to win this fight. So you just throw 200 gold into the air. If you're late game and you might have some gold spare, I'd say you've killed these monsters before. All right, cool. You've just added 5 monsters to your bestiary, but you might have already maxed these guys out. So personally, nah. I wouldn't get this unless I was really bored.
Yeah. Again, they're nice. They're nice to get when you get them as a level up reward or something like that. But yeah, I think you said like if you've got gold to spare, who has got apart from you guys, who has got gold to spare? none of the muggles or the normies have gold to spare, guys. Come on. Personally, I am in agreement. I don't think like a summoning scroll is nice to get as a level up reward, but I'm not spending gold on it. Range scroll. So what a range scroll does is increases the range of interaction on the map by 50%. This effect lasts for 30 minutes. Rax, go for it.
All right.
Don't hold back.
If you can afford it, always have one of these ready to go.
Okay.
Especially later on in the game where all you're really doing is collecting stuff for the bestiary. You want one of these for those times where you are a couple of meters just outside of range. Maybe it's a private area, or maybe you're on the train like me.
Yeah.
You want one of these to grab that legendary that pops up that you're missing.
Yeah.
Always if you can afford it, always have one of these spare. I hardly ever use them, but I have on occasion because I'm like, oh crap, it's the only way I can get to that thing.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's a very good point, actually. It is. There's always that one just out of range, and you're sitting at your work desk maybe, and you're like, I can't actually get up and go anywhere. But I love picturing you right on a train, expanding the range, catching the legendary, and knowing that if you lose this fight, the legendary is like 3 miles behind you at this point. And you're never getting it again.
No, I'm never getting it.
You're like sweating buckets, and this legendary has to die this time, or it's gone. It's like at the last stop.
Forever.
Next up, we have the ingredient scroll. A booster that increases the number of alchemy ingredients acquired for monsters and plants by 100%. This affects the last 30 minutes. 120 gold. Brock, what do you think?
Oh, all right. So, given the limited bag space, this is again very situational. If you've got monster parts that you really, really need, you're gonna have to go and hunt that monster, and there's no guarantee they'll be on the map. Popping the scroll just for 1 or 2, I don't think there's much point in that. I'd say get the Wolven armor, but again, that's going to cost you gold as well.
Yeah.
So to guarantee getting the monster parts, you're already getting some anyway.
Mm.
They're not rare or anything.
Yeah.
This is just going to double what you're getting.
Yeah.
So for 120 gold, this is if you're down on your luck. If you really need it, then sure. But again, monster parts are easy to get to come by, unless they make that harder in future or your bag space explodes.
Yeah.
No point.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it sounds a horrible thing to say, you know, but not much. Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement.
Easy.
Yeah.
Actually, oh, that reminds me. Actually, the only way this would be very beneficial to you is if you're just collecting herbs. So roots come with the herbs. Herbs, throw them away. Roots, they're at a premium.
Yeah.
This will double the amount of roots you get.
Yeah.
But you'd have to know where all the nodes are, and you'd have to hit as many as possible to max out the roots.
Yeah. No, that's
the only reason that's
yeah, really good point. That's kind of like a fringe case that you might use it for. But as you said, I mean, I think we're all in agreement here. 120 gold, like unless you're like dripping in gold, like you're not spending 120 gold on this thing. Resources are fairly plentiful. Like there's very rare, like you said, roots. I think are the rarest thing out there, not monster parts. So I would agree. Last up in the booster section is the experience scroll, and it's basically a booster that increases experience gain by 100%. This effect lasts 30 minutes. Tarax, what do you think?
Look, this is a definite maybe. And unsurprisingly, your case for using this one is where maybe you can get to a few nematons in what is it, half an hour or an hour?
30
half
minutes.
an hour. Yeah, or maybe you can see a whole lot of legendaries and rares around you when you really want to pump that experience for a short period of time.
Yep.
I've purchased them and I have used them, quickly running around getting stuff, but or you could just be patient,
Yeah. On the train.
You'll get that XP anyway. That's right.
You're on the train just plowing through monsters, like just knocking them down.
That's right. I have to say I would only use it on nematons. Because that's where you're really getting your bang for your buck XP wise.
Absolutely.
Yes, you're going to need to be able to get around quite a few really quickly, but
yeah, absolutely.
And I did this. I'll add to that. I did this. I went and sat under a nematon for half an hour. I popped the scroll, and I just used bait after bait because I've still got some of the old baits from the beta. And I just went through a whole bunch of monsters, and you get an immense amount of experience points.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Rog, you live under a nematon.
I do.
And so, I mean, you get 150 gold. So the nematon will pay for itself with the experience scroll. But the amount of experience you gain, you could be popping a few levels early days.
Yeah.
It's quite a big
Spocko, if you're watching, please don't move that nematon.
I think we have to acknowledge though that most players aren't going to be sitting with 50 baits going bang 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 bang
Absolutely.
bang. So unless you're really whaling it, that's not going to be a viable strategy. But if you are, go for it.
Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you have the time, feel free to check out the other videos you might see on screen right now. Also, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe if you want to see more good content like this. That good content may not be that good.